snake. And look who's in the chat.
Rekieta, I'm poor now.
I'm poor.
$2.
Yeah. I could imagine so. Where did how you doing, Nick, in the chat? Everybody in the chat can jump on Nick now instead of me.
Oh, damn. Isn't that like the best feeling in the world, though? When you're like when someone's like throwing the questions, hey, talk about this, and you're sitting there, and all of a sudden someone's like this. Oh, damn, that person's here. Hey,
get him, chat, get Nick, kill him.
It ain't about me, man.
It's like, kill that guy, not me, please. Go after him instead. Bob says, Drek, Nick walks the path of self-destruction. You must face him to bring him back to the light.
Yeah.
Everybody relies on you to save his ass.
I know, right? Like, but this is the thing, though, man. When you being an adult, you are always accountable, especially as a fucking man, because men don't get to get out of their situation by saying like I was coerced, right? That's what females get to do. Yeah. I was tricked, I was coerced, I was threatened. Dudes, you gotta man up. And anyone out there, man, like I said, man up. Like I've always said, I wasn't there for shit. Like that's the reason why like I don't have like juicy tidbits for people where they're like, I bet I'm ready. Drex is gonna say something. But say what? I wasn't there. I haven't been to Nick's house in almost a year. Right?
Yeah.
July.
Well, it was the same thing as I think we talked about this before, like recently, is where Nick kind of just stopped talking to a lot of people. And I mean, everybody has said this that knows Nick, Nina, everybody. Like, yeah, he just kind of stopped talking to people for like 9 months, 10 months now. So like, yeah, obviously. Because that's what I said. I'm like, have you talked to Nick lately? Like 2 months ago. And you're like, nope. I'm like, yeah, like, I don't know what's going on, man. That was before all this fucking went real bad. Like a real
and here's the thing though, what people gotta understand is that when something does go real bad, there's a lot that you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, Cody, in general, right? Just throughout your life, how many times has something happened where when someone asks you about it, you're like, yeah, I don't know. Like there's just details you don't know. You actually you may not even have access to. Like I remember when the Penn State thing happened, right, with Joe Pa and Jerry Sandusky, and there were people who were coming hard after Joe Pa. I was like, you guys do know that Pennsylvania is a Commonwealth, and you're not even allowed to know certain shit. Like that's literally like anything that involves kids. They go like this. This involved kids. You are literally like blocked. You're not even allowed to know. Someone's like, he should have done this. The people were like, well, how could he have known? He was given information. He reported it right to authorities. That's it. That's all he knows.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know what it reminds me of though? It reminds me of the people who always say what they're going to do. Right? I'll tell you what I would do if this happened. And then like when the shit does happen, what do they do, Cody? Sit there, bitch up.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna do shit.
I have an interesting hypothetical for you. And feel free to answer this if you're comfortable, because it's just I have a curious brain.
Yep.
If you would have known some of the intricacies of what was alleged to be going on with the whole Nick situation, would you have reported it?
Okay, kid stuff. That's tough. It's tough because once again, that becomes like a did it happen? Did it not happen? Usually, you're going to get rumors about that. Most information.
Well, that's why you say alleged for sure. Yeah,
like alleged. So it's like what are we talking about? But like in terms of if someone talked to me about drug use, or if you asked me about like any swinger shit, any of that kind of weirdo shit. For those people who know, I mean, I think that part of the information got out where I said, what did I say? I was going to go there that Saturday, right? But the arrest happened on a Thursday, so that's why I didn't go. You see what I'm saying? Because remember, once again, Cody, I was living my life. I saw that initial video clip that everyone else saw, right? I'm like, oh, you see what I'm saying? Reach out to the parents. I'm like, yo, this is not okay. So, but remember, I was working because that was early in the week. I was working. So I was like, okay, well, as soon as I'm not working, I'll get out there. Obviously, I wasn't in time. So here we are, right? But I'm one of those people, this is well known about me. The reason why, I don't have certain types of stories is that people don't even do certain shit around me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I know people who have done drugs or do drugs. They've never done it around me. So that's why when someone asks me, what about this? Dude, it never happened. not around me. Like I'm not saying what they do on their own time. No one has ever snorted a line of coke in front of me in my whole life. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've been around people who smoke weed. Okay, yeah, sure. And when I was young, people asked me, like, I'd be at the mall. Hey, man, you smoke? No, I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. Oh, okay. And they just left you alone. And it is for that reason that there's no such thing as fucking peer pressure. I'm tired of that narrative being pushed, right? There's no such thing as peer pressure. There's no such thing as anxiety. There's no such thing as fucking depression, all this other bullshit. And you know why? Because, Cody, if someone told you you are either going to be that thing or fucking die, right? You go against the wall, they suddenly are cured, right? Oh, I guess I'm not anxious anymore. I guess I'm not depressed anymore. I guess I'm not a drug addict anymore. See? So did it really exist? See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People make their choices because they're allowed to, right? And then they insulate themselves with people and things that enable them, right? When
Yeah.
you go to lift, think about it, Cody. Would you go lifting with somebody who has no interest in lifting? Does that make sense to you? Because they're going to drag you down, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you go to the gym. If you have a workout partner, it's someone who also is similar in body physique. That's why you ever notice, like like let's say we talk about juice heads, right? When have you ever gone to the gym and seen a juice head with like a scrawny dude? Because they're not equally yoked, right?
Yeah.
A juice head is similar in size. Okay. Just like when women go out like dancing or clubbing or thotting, they tend to be with women who are going to enable or are okay with what they're doing, right? They're usually the same. We know this. So why are people pretending that this is not true? This is not human behavior. This is human nature.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. Exactly.
if I'm anti-drugs and you want to do drugs, wouldn't I be the one to stop you? I'm going to constantly be trying to stop the thing, right?
Yeah.
You don't want that if that's what you want. What you want is someone that's going to say, here's more, right? Do more. Yeah, this is fun. I would never allow no shit like that. For anybody out there who wants to know, I don't allow drugs, man. I've never wavered on my stance. That's been my stance my whole life. No drugs, no drinking, no alcohol, nothing. It's just no go.
So, speaking hypothetically, if you saw some serious drug shit, you wouldn't be all right with it.
No, absolutely not. But now you see the problem though, because people never would even do the drug. You see, how like I'm not really, because, like I said, Cody, nobody's gonna pull out drugs in front of me, right? Like, if I know you, I don't mean if I don't know you. If I don't know you, you don't know me from Adam. But if I know you, we have a relationship. No one's gonna be like, yeah, I know Drex's stance on this, and I know Drex won't allow this. So we know what I'm gonna do? Dump a line of coke. Not gonna happen. But if it happened, if I walked in on something, absolutely, this shit's not flying, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna get checked.
Yeah. I'm kind of let people like live, like, or not really in that way, but if I usually wouldn't be involved in any way, shape, or form, because I didn't see like a real drug thing like in real life until like very recently. And I was like, oh shit. Because I've never really, I'm so damn vanilla, it's crazy. I drank, and I took a gummy in Denver 2-3 years ago and walked through the mountains, and it was weird. But that's pretty much my entire experience on everything. So yeah, no, I'd probably I'd be that meme of that little guy that like looks to the right and looks straight. That's what I would be, and depending on who the person is. Like if it was like one of my close friends and they were like fucking going down the rabbit hole, and disappearing, yeah, that'd be a little different. And if that, to be fair, I've said shit, to friends and stuff. But the issue is, and like Jenna said in the chat a minute ago, like addicts don't give a fuck. Especially if you try to like insinuate at all that you want to help them at all, they immediately like, yeah, I'm not talking to them ever again. Because now if I talk to this person, they're just going to want to know if I'm okay, and they're going to try to fix me, and there's nothing wrong with me. That's how an addict sees things. If
I
you
agree.
insinuate there's something wrong with them, they hate you for it.
I agree. Well, you're holding them accountable, and I just think that it's one of those things, right, where it's like this is why there's a need for positivity, right? Because there's so little of it left that it kind of basically proves that that's little left that we have is worth fighting for, and the vices that are out here for people, right? And this is for anybody, because I've seen this before in the past. I've seen people who went down a certain path, and I'm like looking at them like, bro, why? I've seen family members, I've seen friends. I'm just looking at them like, so I guess this is my fundamental issue with all of this shit, Cody. Before you go down the path, you could acknowledge that path doesn't work, right?
I feel like universally everybody agrees.
Everyone agrees with that, right? Like, I've
Yeah.
never heard someone say, you know what? No, man, you know, if I start doing heroin, my life's gonna get better. Said no one ever, right? So when a person has never done heroin, they look at people who have ruined their lives, but they go, this person's fucking, they're stupid. Why would they do this? This is terrible. So then when you see someone doing it, you're like looking at them like, what the fuck? Like, what is your issue now? Oh, I don't got a problem, right?
Yeah.
They're sitting there twitching and scratching. You're looking at them like, dude, what? So I want people to know, man, that like if you see somebody like actually like falling, struggling, like you physically see it, right? The only thing you can really do is to like interject, step in, and do your best to like correct the problem. The moment somebody basically says, I'm not gonna correct it, man, fuck it. It is what it is.
That's how it is. Yeah. Like
It is.
you can send a text and be like, hey, are you all right? And that's that's kind of like, especially if I live fucking 1,000 miles away, like that's all you can do is send a text and be like, hey man, you all right? And it's usually either not responded to or it's yeah, I'm fine. And then that's the end of it. You can't fucking do anything. You know,
Yeah.
people think you have power, especially over like addiction. You don't. Like no one does.
I'm
Except
still
the individual.
But Cody, I'm baffled the internet doesn't realize that, or they realize they just don't care because it's about their narrative. And when it comes to their narrative, my thing is like this: the same people who hyper criticize, right? Ask them about their life, right? Okay, let's be honest. Everyone knows an alcoholic, and someone somewhere in your family or friends, someone knows an alcoholic, right?
Yeah.
Now ask them, hey, what did you do? What did you do to the alcoholic? What are they going to say, Cody? Well, I mean, there wasn't much I could do. Exactly. What were you going to do?
Yeah.
Okay, you could hide the bottles. You can tell them to get help. But if someone is a minor, you can actually force the issue, right? Because you can physically grab them because
Yeah.
you have ownership of them, right? If a minor has a problem, you can forcibly, against their will, put them in treatment. You can't do that to an adult. And for people to not understand why that's a big deal, when like you said, someone goes, Cody, you all right? I'm fine, bro. Okay, I know he's not, but what do you want me to do? You're done.
Yeah. Yeah. I completely agree.